Hi guys, it's been a while since I've done an actual live video. So today I've been actually getting a lot of questions from people wanting to know a little bit more about Nicolle, a little bit more about Mortgages by Nick, aka Mrs. Moneybags. So I've decided to do the About Me tag, which is popular on Facebook, and it's going to give you a little insight into me, Nicolle. So I will be looking a little bit off camera just to kind of read the questions, and then I'll be answering, and hopefully you get to learn a little something more about me that you didn't know already. Okay, so my full name is Nicolle Williams. I think a lot of people already know that. Do you have any nicknames? I have a whole bunch of little nicknames, but growing up I was known as Nix, Nick. Some people call me Nikki. I'm not really a fan of Nikki. But as I've grown older, what has stuck is the Nick, which I love. Bless Nick, I absolutely love. I'm Mortgages by Nick, Mrs. Moneybags, which you know that relates to everything money, finance. It just encompasses who I am. And, those are just a few of my nicknames. Do I have any children? So yes, I have 3 beautiful children. I have 2 girls and a boy, and their ages are from 10 as the oldest and 6 is the youngest. I was very busy in those couple of years in which I've had them, but I'm loving it. They're growing together and it's amazing. So yeah, a mother of 3. Am I married? Yes, I am married. I'm married to my high school sweetheart. We've been married for 13 years. I know, how is it possible? I'm only 15. But yes, I've been married for 13 years to my high school sweetheart, deeply and madly and cautiously in love. And I scratch the madly. I'm not mad. Nothing about Nicolle is mad. But yes, deeply in love. Okay. Where am I from and where do I live? So I am from Canada. A lot of people, I guess, depending on where you are and where you got me from, I am Canadian, such a bad stereotype. But I also currently live in the Greater Toronto area, so just outside of the Toronto area, not very far. I grew up in Scarborough. I'm a Galloway girl, Chiwe. And so definitely there are great stories that I can tell you about my growing up and my background, everything like that. But yes, I'm a proud Canadian girl. My family and my background is Jamaican. Very proud of that as well. And a little tidbit that a lot of people don't realize and don't know is that I was actually born in Edmonton, Alberta. Yes, Edmonton, Alberta. People always say, how did that happen? That's a story unto itself. So another question is, what do I do for a living? So I am a mortgage agent. That is the title. That is how I make my living. But I consider myself, and a lot of my community members and people outside, they look to me for everything when it comes to money and finances. So I am a money coach. So more than just a mortgage agent, I am a money coach, which is why I've been dubbed the name Mrs. Moneybags, because when it comes to anything personal finance, I am the go-to girl, okay? What was my first job? So my first job, oddly enough, I was a shoes saleswoman. I worked at a mall in Scarborough, Cedarbrae Mall, at a store. I will not mention their name. They actually are still around in a lot of smaller malls. They still exist, but I was a shoes salesperson. So yes, and I was 15 years old when I first started that job. What is your favorite way to pass time? So as I already said, I have 3 young children, so my time is pretty much like family time, which I actually do enjoy. It's not like I'm just doing it out of obligation. I love spending time with my children, but things personal for Nicolle, I am a very big reader. I love reading. I love, supporting any community events and endeavors that are happening. But again, I am a mom, and I am usually trucking kids from basketball practice, soccer practice, gymnastics, swimming lessons, just busy. I believe in athleticism. I believe in as much as I believe in academics, I also believe in athletics. And yes, so I'm very, busy with that. But again, for Nicolle time, again, just catch me with a book. I love, love, love reading. What is my favorite sport? So my favorite sport is a cross between maybe basketball and athletics, which is, your track and field and things of that nature. But yes, I'm a very big track girl, but just as big basketball girl as well. What is the last book that I read? So the last book that I read was really a reread of something that I read before, which was the autobiography of Malcolm X. When I first read the book, it was probably maybe about 10 years ago, and I just felt like I just wanted to kind of reread it just to kind of get some new perspectives, some new ideas, some new thoughts, and obviously, it's good to kind of keep your mind going. So that was the last book that I read. My favorite quote, I don't even know, I think it's just anonymous as to who actually first said it, but it is that I'm blessed to be a blessing. So that's my biggest thing, is that I'm just trying to leave the world a little bit better than how we got it. I do believe that, God blesses us in many different ways. Some people can be blessed financially, some people can be blessed, just with their specific talents. And, people are just blessed in so many different ways, whether it's, as I said, financially, through your talents, and obviously just being born in Canada in itself, is a blessing. So I just believe that I've been blessed to be a blessing. And one of my mantras is that I am a giant giver, and I wholeheartedly believe in that. Okay. So my favorite musician, so if anybody knows me, they know I love some Jay-Z, and I just love Jay-Z more than just as a musician. He's a smart businessman, he's a family man, he stands for so many positive things, and so I love me some Jay-Z. My hobbies, so back to what I said, I love reading, the quiet time, just, being at peace, for some meditation, for some devotional time. Like, that's really what I'm really, really big into. But as far as a hobby goes, it would be reading. I actually read for a sport, if you want to put it that way. What countries have I visited? Well, Jamaica is my second home. Some people go to the cottage up north. I go to Jamaica. So we do have a family home in Jamaica that I travel to very often. But I've been to London, England. I've been to Paris, France. I've been to Mexico. I've been to the US. I've been to a lot of places. We're somewhere that I hope to visit soon. So I will be actually traveling to Dubai very shortly. So I'm excited to do that. And the next question is, if you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be? Just don't take yourself so serious. Like, literally everything in life, there are lessons. Just try to find the lessons in whatever it is that you've gone through, that you've been through, and don't take things so seriously. Don't be in a rush to grow up. Just try to enjoy the moments and really, really be impactful with your words, with your actions, because this world is bigger than you, okay? What advice would you give to anyone looking to become a mortgage agent? So really, I would say you need to be passionate about it. So the biggest thing for me, why I became a mortgage agent, it wasn't just for a title, it wasn't just for a role. I really do believe in financial literacy. I really do believe in empowering our community. I really do believe in home ownership. I do believe that we have to take a lot of the power back and give it to ourselves. And how we do that, usually one of the ways is through financially impacting ourselves. And one of the greatest ways to build wealth is through real estate. And when I understood this, it was introduced to me, I said, you know what, I want to shout it from the rooftops. I want to help empower people to become homeowners, understand the system. So what I would say to anyone looking to become a mortgage agent, you cannot be just doing this for the paycheck, because believe me, it is a grind in order to get yourself started, to sustain yourself. So if there isn't a passion and a love for what you're doing, then it will fall to the waysides. Okay. Just some background: I started my career in the financial world in 2003. I worked for one of Canada's top big banks, and I went and I've done that. So I've held positions from being a teller, financial advisor, mortgage specialist. I did everything in between. I was an investment consultant, but 3 years ago I decided to go independent as an independent mortgage agent, and it's been one of the best decisions I've made because I have the ability and the opportunity to really impact the lives of my community and really impact the lives of those around me. So I'm extremely happy. It's a great career. I would never discourage anyone from getting into this industry. It's just making sure that you're doing it for all the right reasons. So those are the questions that were posed to me. So I hope that you got to learn a little bit more about me, Nicolle Williams, aka Mortgages by Nick, Mrs. Moneybags. I do want to give a shout out to my good friend. I'm wearing his shirt, Mark, and he has a great company, the Live It Wear It brand. I'm going to insert some information. Definitely, I'm all about supporting and encouraging all entrepreneurs, especially people that are trying to make an impact and have a voice and do amazing things with what they're doing for their community and for themselves. So again, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Mark. I love my shirt. Just a little background: Mark and I have known each other for many years. I actually met him perhaps maybe, I don't know how long, Mark? I don't know, maybe 8 years ago or so. And he was one of the people that actually encouraged me. I had conversations with him. I met him through the bank that I was working at the time. And when I was saying I'm thinking I'm going independent, he actually really encouraged me, and it encouraged me to see that he was also on his grind doing his thing. So again, I want to give him a little plug and say, I appreciate you. I thank you. You're doing amazing things for our community, and just keep it up. And again, guys, if you haven't already checked him out, be sure to check him out. I'll insert his information. He has some great lifestyle apparel that is socially conscious, and definitely speaks to today's generation and to us as a community, not only as a visible community, but as a community at large, okay? Because again, any issue that affects one person, it affects everybody. We're here, we're human, we're a part of the human race, and it's all about humanity. So again, I thank you for listening to today's video. And again, the video was all about Nicolle and getting to know Nicolle. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment sections below. But like always, I am easy to be reached, and I will insert my information. And I hope to hear from you soon. Talk to you guys.